We got Baraniewski coming in at minus 600, going up against Austin Lane, who comes in at plus 450. Now, starting off on the Baraniewski side of things, he had a very fun and quick Contender Series performance where he knocked out Muhammad Ali in 16 seconds. Nasty finish there. That was hilarious because when the fight began, the commentators were absolutely glazing Ali, saying this guy's a crazy good fighter, really good BJJ black belt as well. And before they could finish glazing him, Baraniewski put his lights clean out. Baraniewski is an absolute monster when it comes to just putting his opponents away. As a pro, he's finished all 7 of his opponents in the first round with the straight up knockout or eventually getting top position and getting the finish that way. He usually looks to get opponents to the ground as soon as he can and then let go of big shots from there or threaten with submissions as well. Against Ibo Aslan, that was a wild fight that lasted, 89 seconds or something like that. Both guys had some moments, but ultimately it was Baraniewski who was able to land the big shot to put Aslan away. But this guy's fun to watch. There's a reason they're giving him this spot in the UFC or on the main card on this UFC London card. He's fun, he's strong, he's powerful, and a guy that maybe doesn't contend for a title, but definitely could go out there and cause a lot of issues for guys looking to break into that top 10, top 5, just because of his power and explosivity alone. Now he's going up against Austin Lane, who at 38 years old is looking to go down to 205 pounds. Now, this guy is a big heavyweight, right? He was big, he's brooding, he's athletic, 6'6", 80-inch reach. I believe he was weighing in roughly around like the high 240s or mid 240s when he was a heavyweight, and now he's looking to cut down to 205 pounds to try to save his UFC career. He's 1-4 in his last 5 fights. I believe all 5 of those are his UFC fights. He had that no contest against Justin Tafa, and then eventually they rematched right after, and he got knocked out in that fight. His only win was against Robelis Despain, which, a fight very boring, but it was a game plan Lane needed to stay away from the knockout power of Despain. Took him to the ground, grinded him out, rinse and repeated for 15 minutes, and got the win. Unfortunately, he really struggles after having good success in round 1s, right? The Mario Pinto fight, let's start with the Dinas fight. Hurt Dinas very badly, got him to the ground, smothered him, nearly finished him, and then eventually got finished in the second round of that fight. The Mario Pinto fight, hurt Pinto very badly in the first round, had some good success there, and then gets finished in the opening seconds of round 2. And then against Vitor Petrino, just had little to no success at all anyway. He's a guy that relied heavily on his athletic background. I believe he was a former football player, maybe in the NFL. He's relied on that explosivity, that power, that speed, that strength as well. That's what got him to the UFC in the first place. But you can see those technical shortcomings are really hurting him at this stage of his career. And again, I don't like aging fighters dropping weight classes, especially when they already seem big enough for the weight class that they're currently in. So one, we have to keep an eye on the fact that whether he's going to make weight or not. That's one thing, right? Second, how is his durability going to look considering he's been knocked out in 3 of his 4 UFC losses and is pretty bad in terms of his durability to begin with. And now the UFC is putting him up against a guy like Iwo Baraniewski, who has crazy knockout power. This is a recipe for disaster for Austin Lane. I think Baraniewski wins this pretty easily. I think if he wants, he could look to get this to the ground. I think Lane will be too sucked out and dry from his weight cut to provide too much of a resistance in terms of the strength that he normally carries. And I think that could lead to Baraniewski either landing a big shot and putting Lane out that way or taking him to the ground and then smashing him from that top position as well. So I think Baraniewski wins. Normally, I look to try to stay away from guys like Baraniewski, especially at chalk. But I think that this is a fight that he probably wins 8 out of 10 times, maybe 9 out of 10 times. So I really think he runs through Austin Lane here. I think he gets it done in round 1, and I wouldn't mind seeing what that prop looks like for Baraniewski to try to take it that way either. But give me Baraniewski round 1 knockout.